Look like I got on the top hat. What's up, you guys? I hope everyone is having an awesome Sunday. Yes, happy Sunday to you. To you. Happy Sunday to you. Okay. So I started this live stream and then had to end it because a call came in. And I know once the call can't come in, then my sound goes out. So I got to do it all over. But it's okay because it looked like I didn't have that many views on that live stream, so it didn't count anyway. Anyway, so let me get back to it. So I wanted to do this video about Stormy Wellington, Coach Stormy Wellington. Okay, she is a doctor. I believe she got a honorary degree last year or the year before, something like that. So she is considered a doctor. Um, Coach Stormy Wellington is a multi level marketing um, agent or person, whatever. She was started working with this company called TLC, Total Life Changes. And she would sell these like weight loss products and different types of energy building products. What's up, Chris? What's going on? Have a great day at work today. But so she would sell these products, and once she started getting good at it, she started making millions of dollars. Okay, millions of dollars. So then she started recruiting people, and she tells people that you can make a whole lot of money as well. You can make six figures selling multi-level marketing just like she does. But this is the thing. Stormy upbringing is like real bad. Okay. She came from some rough, her background is real rough. Okay. Her mom was on drugs. Okay. Her dad was nowhere around or in and out the house. Her and her brother were in and out of foster care. And so she had to start stripping at a strip club when she was 13 years old. So her hustle game is on a whole nother level, right? So she markets that you can make six figures selling products like she does in a commission based type of job when everybody can't do that. That's not for everybody, right? So Coach Stormy is a hustler, okay? She's the type of person that's gonna make it happen. She gonna stay up until she gets that money that she needs. And I can understand that because I'm in a commission based business as well. I have an insurance agency. So I know if I don't sell a policy, I don't get paid. Okay. So with Stormy, she understands this because this has been her life, right? This is what she does. So she recruits other people to sell these products, and she tells them you can make six figures doing it. But this is the thing, y'all. Most people in sales, they say that. Okay, my hair is like going through it. Hold on. Hold up. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Hold on. Okay, now we're back. Something like that. Something like that. Anyway, so but most people who are in sales, they do the same thing. Stormy hasn't did anything that nobody else who sells products does. Okay, I'm gonna tell you, since I've been in the insurance agency and the insurance industry, it's the same process. Insurance is not a scam, but these companies, they know that you can make money if you have someone working up under you. So a lot of times these companies tell you to recruit because they know you're not going to put the effort in to keep getting business and bringing business, because this is the thing. Once you sell a product, usually that person is not going to buy for a while. especially depending on what the product is, right? Now, if it's a weight loss product or something you're eating or consuming, then you're probably going to buy those products more often. But if it's something like insurance, you're not going to buy a whole bunch of insurance products, right, at one time. So they tell you to recruit other people to sell insurance. So when they make a profit off the people they sell to, then you make a profit as well. Most businesses work like that, or most commission based businesses work like that, right? So that's not a scam. That's just part of the process. It's a lot of ways to make money when you're working in a commission based position like that, right? So it looks like Stormy was fined, or not fined. She was presented a lawsuit filing. Now, she didn't get fined. She didn't have to get any jail time. She was given like a warning of, be careful how you're promoting this marketing business, because you can be fined, you could be in prison. Okay? So what happened was, she signed the document in February, I believe, of 2026. And she told them she's gonna change her wording. She's not gonna be promoting this as if everybody can do it. Now, to me, I don't look at Stormy as the scammer, because she put the work in to make her money. How do you think she made her money? Okay. Apparently, she made her money from multi-level marketing, selling products to people, because she's a hustler. She knows that you got to sell, almost like a rug dealer, right? Okay, they know they got to sell that product. They got to get rid of that product, so they gonna sell. They working around the clock. They doing everything they got to do to sell it. Okay, now she likes to say that if you want to learn how to sell, if you want to make more money, work up under me, follow me, I'll teach you how to make six figures. But you do have to have the energy to hustle like she hustles, because most people don't. Okay, that's probably in the 1% of people who actually don't mind working hard, working all day, no sleep, speaking to people, contacting people just so you can sell these products. Most people not going to do that. Okay, the average seller or commission based agent or person who sells, they're not going to do all that hustling. They're going to try it a couple of times and then they're just going to give up, and they're going to be like, "Oh, it didn't work." But when you're selling a commission based product, you got to sell it like your life depends on it. And if you don't have that type of energy or that type of mindset like Stormy has, you're not going to be able to do it. So I don't think she's a scam. If you know Stormy, you know that girl is always moving. She's constantly moving, doing things. She's always working. If you follow her on social media, you'll see she's always selling, she's always promoting, she's moving, she's barely home. You can tell that by her social media. She's always here, there, and everywhere. Okay. Most people think, oh, if I create a business for myself or a side hustle for myself, they think they could just work a couple of hours, make a whole bunch of money, and then go sit down. That's not how that works. And I know this because I am a commission based business owner. So I know if I don't sell a product, I'm not going to get paid. Okay. And I have bills just like everyone else, but I have to promote myself. I'm always having to promote or look for ways to promote my business, to promote the products that I sell. And that could get hard. It can be stressful. When you doing this all the time, you got to create new ways to make some money come in each and every month. And most people don't have that type of energy to do that type of stuff. So they'll fall by the wayside and then say, "Oh, she's a scammer." And it's like, how is she a scammer if she's willing to put the work in? You want to go to sleep. You tired. I was talking to this woman, right? She said she wanted to start her own business. Now, I'm a business owner, right? She told me she wanted to start her own business. So I said, okay. But she was working as a nurse. And she said she wanted to start her own business and eventually work for herself with her own business, right? So I said, okay. And she was like, yeah, but I don't know how to market and I feel like people not really buying and I'm sleepy, I'm tired. And I was like, yeah, you're gonna be sleepy, you're gonna be tired. But I said, you ain't got time to sleep. And she was like, well, it just don't seem like it's easy. And I'm like, what? It ain't easy. I want to say, life ain't easy. You think people who create a business for themselves are able to have an 8 hour sleep each night? Most people who create a business for themselves, they not sleeping like that. Be for real, people. What are you thinking? I'm sorry. I it's just it's crazy to me that a lot of folks actually think something's supposed to just fall in their lap. So, that's unrealistic. And then some people think, "Oh, I make a couple calls. I called two people today and no one brought anything. So, oh, I guess my business is going to fail." You think Walmart said, "Oh, no one came to the store today. I'm going to close down"? Hell no. You find another strategy. You keep working. You keep doing it. Okay? You keep promoting because eventually they're going to buy. Okay, the KLC owner with the chicken, the Colonel. The Colonel started KFC in his 50s. He probably stole somebody's recipe. But it don't matter. He promoted that chicken. He sold that chicken. He created family meals. It's you have to be real creative when you're selling. You can't try to attempt to sell and then say, "Oh, no one brought anything. I'm just going to give up." Like you can't give up. And then why is it a scam? Because you didn't put the work into it to make it happen. Now I know that in the documents, it said only 1% of people made a profit, and that profit was like $5,000. 1% of people is not a lot of people because most people don't have it in them to sell in the first place. So if selling is not your strongest set, if your strongest thing, why are you up here paying her to help you to sell when you know you're not going to put the work in it, the work into it to make it happen? Like, make that make sense. Okay. So you calling this lady a scam who works hard. Okay. Work hard. I don't know this woman, but I see she's always different places. She's always making moves. She's always dressed up in nice clothes. Like, to me, you can't fake all that. Her lifestyle, she ain't faking that. It's rare that I seen her, and I watch her stuff a lot. It's rare that I see her in the same outfit. Now, far as the shoes, I don't know what she's doing with the shoes. Those Birkin bags may or may not be real. I don't know, but the clothes different. Okay, she in the same house, and I remember when I first started watching her, I was thinking that's not her house. I was like, she gonna be in that house this year, and next year is gonna be another house. Nope, she's still in that damn house ever since I've been watching her, and I've been watching her for years. So what I'm saying is, some people can fake their lifestyle, right? Some people could play around with an idea of doing something or starting a business for themselves, but if you ain't willing to put that work in, it's not gonna work. Listen, I have an uncle who thought in his head that he could create a newspaper business, not a newspaper stand, a newspaper business. He wanted to create a newspaper that had all the ads and stuff, all the articles that he agreed to put in his newspaper, and he wanted to sell this newspaper, right? No one believed in him. There was years that went by. Years. Almost 10 years went by. And he was not able to get that newspaper business up and running. People didn't trust him to put ads in his paper. Okay? They wasn't willing to pay him to do that. He didn't have any people to help him get the business together, get the equipment that he needed. But he kept going. He quit his job. His wife was working. And all he did was focus on creating, building, getting everything he needed to get this newspaper going, up and going. And y'all know my uncle ended up being very successful with his newspaper business that he put his blood, sweat, and tears into. His hustle game was unlike anybody hustle game I know, y'all. Was like unlike anybody hustle game I know. Most people around him was saying they were talking junk about him. That thing ain't gonna work. It's not gonna work. He need to get a job. He got his wife out here working. She believed in his vision. She know he was putting in work. So she was working with him. She was building him up. She was helping him get to where they needed to be. His business took off. He ended up having a very successful, still does to this day, newspaper business. He has his own newspaper. Everyone's proud of him in the family now. Okay, everyone's calling him when they need some money to help pay their bills and stuff, but he didn't give up on himself. It takes that type of hustle. That's a 1% type of a grit. Everybody ain't got that. And I'm telling that story because I hate to see people call Stormy a scammer when that woman works hard. Now, mind you, mostly everybody's saying the same thing. My industry, the insurance industry, every company is saying you can make this amount of money, but they do say, but you got to put the work in. She says the same thing. And she also let you know, and I know because I wanted to sign up with one of her coaching programs, but I didn't have the money to do it. And I was like, you know what? I'm not even going to be able to work that hard. I know I'm not. So I'm not going to sign up with it. So I didn't. But some people think, oh, I got her. I'm going to pay her. And magically, the hustle energy is just going to insert itself in them. And then everything going to work out. They're going to make that money. Nah, that's not how that works. That's not how that works. It don't work like that. I know another person. They were selling t-shirts for years. Then they started a restaurant business. The restaurant business, they wasn't making no money with shirts, selling t-shirts, selling food. It just wasn't working. People were like, that person needs to sit down. They just need to sit down and give up. Years went by. Years. And they just kept selling them t-shirts or selling the t-shirts and the food together. And then now they have a successful printing business where they print everything except for money, which is their logo. And they have a successful business. They have contracts with a whole bunch of different companies, schools included, the state, the government, everything. And so now their business is successful. But you have to put that work in. Like, if you're not willing to act like you hungry, like your life depends on it, then you can't make that type of money. I got into insurance because the business or the industry I was in before then, which was healthcare, wasn't making me no money. When my husband passed away, I had to downsize because I couldn't keep up with everything because I didn't make enough money. So I decided to get in a different industry. Insurance not going to go out of style. You got to have it for cars. You don't have to have it for life, but it's important to have, and it can benefit you in a whole lot of different ways while you're living and once you're gone. So I said, okay, I know a little bit about insurance. Let me get into the insurance industry. Man, I've been hustling everything I can do. I've been doing it out here. Most people not going to do that. They're going to just give up. They're going to come into a whole bunch of roadblocks. You know, this is a commission based business. If you're not willing to do it, you're going to fail. You're going to fail and you're going to say, oh, I waste my time. When really you didn't do the right thing with your time. We all have the same amount of time everyone has. We all have 24 hours each and every day. What are you going to choose to do with that 24 hours? Now, if you want to choose to work on someone's job and clock in each and every day and get a paycheck, that's your choice. If you want to start a business, you're going to have to put the work in to make that business happen. It's not going to blow up overnight. Most businesses don't blow up overnight. That's not realistic. You gotta find ways to make that business work for you. Now, started off, I haven't been successful in insurance. Like, I'm still trying to figure out how. I'm still trying to get to that dollar amount which is my goal. Even though I felt like I found the key, which is what I'm working towards now. But when I first got into this industry, I was like, oh my goodness, so many setbacks, there's so many roadblocks. But I didn't give up. I kept going. I found new ways. I researched. I got some training, got some education. But when you start a business, that's what you have to do. Even if it's a side hustle, okay? You can't expect for that business to just make a huge profit overnight. You got to work at it. So I know I'm like really going in on this, but because I'm in a commission based industry, I just hate to see so many people put this woman down. And this woman works so freaking hard, way harder than me. Okay. But it's because of her. It's because of hearing the words that she speak. It made me realize, you know what? I do have to do it this way. I do have to do it that way. I do got to hustle. I do got to lose sleep. Okay? Like that one woman who told me she wanted to start her own business. And she talking about, but she tired. And she not getting enough sleep. Most business owners ain't getting enough sleep. You ain't got time to sleep. What is you talking about? But like I said, only 1%. That's why only 1% out here living their best life and have a lot of money. A lot of people like to say, oh, rich people are rich because they did something crazy to make all their riches and wealth. And they probably did. I don't know. They might have known somebody who knew somebody. It's multiple ways to make your money or make your millions. And it's not just one way to make things happen, which is a good thing because you have options, right? But you definitely got to put some work in. You're probably going to lose a lot of sleep. You're probably not going to sleep much. You're going to have to be innovative and think of new ways to do things. You're going to have to think outside the box rather than thinking like the average person. Okay. You might have to lose time from your family, from your friends. When you're doing something that's going to make you money, and especially six figures, you're going to have to put some work in it one way or the other. You're not going to sit around like you're on vacation just because you have an idea. You're not. I was watching this movie about the lady who created the mop that rings, that you can ring. So, you have the regular mop that you can only just mop stuff up with, right? And then there's a mop that you twist. You can push it down or pull it up, twist it, and wring it out. So there's a movie about the lady who created that mop. It was $20. It took it must have took like $20 to make. No, she was selling it for $20. So the mop and the products must have cost like $10 or something to make it, and then she was selling it for $10. But no one believed in her. Everybody thought that, and this is on what it's called, Joy. The movie is called Joy, and I believe it's on Stars, but it might be elsewhere. But I like watching movies and videos like that because a lot of people think, oh, their life is over. I can't do this and that. And I'm one of the people that's like, nah, it's the way. I just got to crack the code. I just got to know. So I keep pushing. I keep looking for stuff. But that's a great movie. It's kind of boring, but it's about this lady. She lived with all her family, lived with her, or she lived with them, whatever. She kept having these ideas, and she got this idea of how to create a mop that you can use and not get your hands wet. So it's the mop that a lot of people buy, right? That's still out here. But not only did she create this mop, y'all, okay, and this mop has changed her life and made her millions and millions of dollars and helped her to take care of her and her family, all of her family members, because she had the grandma staying with her dad, her mom, her mom and dad both had spouses or boyfriends or girlfriends, and they was living with her. Her children, she had her ex-husband living with her, y'all. Everybody was living together. Thank you. But she didn't just let it go. She had this idea of creating this mop. She made the mop. She promoted the business. She fought hard. She lost a lot of money. She gained a lot of money. She had to be a boss and go and talk to people and threaten them. She had to do it all on her own. Nobody believed in her, but people invested in her. So she had money that she had to be accounted for. And she was like, nah, I ain't going out like this. It's a good movie. It's called Joy. It's on Stars. But not only did she create the mop, she made the hanger. She created the hanger with the decorative hanger. That's what they call it. Y'all, this woman created a hanger. She's successful from creating the hanger. I mean, we look at a lot of these products that we use on a regular basis, and we don't even think about how these products have benefit someone because it seems so simple. A wire hanger, cheap, made this woman millions of dollars. Millions of dollars. And she obviously thought to herself, I could create this wire hanger for people to put their garments on or clothes on, and it's going to make me a lot of money. A freaking hanger. Think about the earring, how simple that invention is, okay? For someone to say, you know what? If people get a hole in their ear, then they could stick this little diamond in there. They could have this little crystal, this little star or whatever. Like, if you build it, they will come. That's why I tell my children that all the time. If you build it, they will come. If you don't know, find out how to know. I don't know what to tell you. But you definitely have to have a hustle mindset when you're trying to create a business for yourself because it's just not going to come to you. Ain't nothing going to fall out the sky for you. You're going to have to work, especially creating your own business. There was this post on Instagram and it said, I went from making $60,000 a year to making $60 a month as a business owner. I thought that was so funny because it be like that. It be like that. You see people, they have this idea of being a business owner. They have the grit and everything that it takes to be that business owner, but they work hard, y'all. Please believe it's not easy. It's not. And it don't mean I'm a scam because I'm trying to help other people do it too. But the other people gotta have the same grit that you gotta have. So no, I don't think Stormy Wellington is a scammer. Not at all. Far from a scammer. But I mean, if you think she's a scammer, I can't change the way you think. You probably don't even look at her lifestyle or follow her to see what type of woman we're dealing with here. We're not talking about the average woman, okay? Your mama, your grandma, your friend, your auntie, your sister. Nah, that woman is not like her. She's probably unlike anybody you know because she don't let nothing stop her or hold her back from doing what the hell she got to do. Okay, so I big ups to Stormy Wellington because when I see hustle women like that, women who don't fall by the wayside, women who keep going, they pick themselves up, strong women. And it's sad, but you got to be a strong woman to be unlike the other women that's around that's not strong, that don't have the grit. Not to say that they're bad, they're just different. They are. But yeah. So it's a lot of industries that are saying the same thing, and I don't hear about them being warned to not say certain language or wording in their advertisement. Most people online are saying, you want to make six figures, you want to be a millionaire, you want to make millions. Most people are advertising like that. But hopefully they're letting you know that you can't do it unless you're going to work hard at it. Now, some stuff you just can't do. It's not going to work at all. You have to, of course, know which one is going to, get you to that point. Because like I said, I didn't start with TLC, but I did start selling TLC products, and I realized that it wasn't for me because I wasn't willing to take the products on a regular basis, and I wasn't consistent with it because I didn't have an attachment to it. Or, I feel like when you're selling something, maybe some people can just do it, right? They can sell anything. And then some people, it gotta be a reason there. Insurance is for me because I believe in it. I know how it works, and it's helped me. It's helped my family. It's helped the people that I know. So I could sell that because I trust the product. But sometimes you can't sell stuff if you don't believe in the product and if you're not willing to put the work in. So, yeah, that's what I got to say for that. I feel like a mom that's like getting in on someone going hard about you need to do this, you need to do that. But I hope you guys have a wonderful week. Okay, a very productive week. If you are a business owner like myself, keep pushing. Okay, I know how hard the struggle is. But we have to keep pushing. That's it and that's all. Okay, find a way to have fun. In the meantime, network as much as possible. Look for innovative ways to help your business grow. Ask Chat GPT. Okay, put the work in. That's all you got to do. If you want to start a business or start something, find some training. Find some free courses or training or education because it's all out here. You can get some free education. Okay, so a lot of people go to YouTube University. Free information is just available. Okay? Can't nothing hold you back but yourself and your thinking. So yeah, have an awesome Sunday, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. Okay, peace out to Coach Stormy and all the other hardworking women that's out here putting the work in each and every day in these commission-based um, industries, making it do what it do. Peace out to you guys. Y'all have an awesome Sunday. Bye. Oh, make sure you like and subscribe.